In ancient times, this sacred mountain was sealed by the dwarf titans with 5 powerful.
Let's skip that boring part and let's dig into business. I need your help.
Hey, where am I? This is a bit different from what I visited earlier.
Hey, come here quick.
Oh, me?
Yes, you.
How dare you to interrupt my story? I am the mountain.
Well, as I was saying, this is the Misty Mountain and has 2 things about it. One, it's filled with golds and diamonds. And there is some kind of weird magic.
What was the last part?
Instead you can mine any dwarf streams, and all you need is a pickaxe.
Any dwarf streams?
Hello, good afternoon to all of you, or morning or evening, depending where you are in the world. So I hope that you're having a wonderful day. If not, we'll try to make it better. And of course, we will get to help you bringing that ultimate rune up to the limit or to the top so you can get as many bonuses as possible. So welcome in, we got here Nazman and Wicked. How you doing today? As usual, let's hop on here into the Misty Mountain. We've got a competition going on. You can read all the rules also within the same page and this same link that has just been posted in the chat. So here you'll be able to see the general guidelines, how to play, the high scores, the leaderboards, the free-to-play, individual access, clan access, rankings and prizes, and the terms of conditions of the competition. So everything you need to know, it's literally right here. So pretty easy to get hang to it. We got some news. So I know I've been updated that the avatar leaderboard is finished. Now we're wrapping up the clan leaderboard, the pickaxe leaderboard, and the free-to-play. It's halfway done because of the alpha mining season. So everything should be pretty much ready by this weekend. At least that's the deadline that I've been given, that everything will be ready. So I'm super excited to see when this feature goes live, all the scores that have already been submitted, to see them there and how everything will look regarding the rankings on all the different 9 leaderboards. So I'm super excited. I hope that you're also super excited about this because it's going to be really, really cool. Now, let me minimize this. I've got here this dude. Let me welcome everyone by giving a good luck. Welcome in and good luck, miners. Hell yeah. So we got here a Malika. Let's follow. I think I'm already following Ian. Yep. Also following Nappy. Pretty cool. Let's keep the tutorial for now. So where to start? First things first, I do want to start with getting my bonus. Okay, this has been fixed, which now has the pivot point ready. Perfect. Got all the voxel auras to collect in the meantime. You know what I'll try to do something like this, like a view top a little bit further away so I can get everything. Just kind of have indication marks like, hey, this is the blacksmith. The blacksmith, you can craft coins and you can craft pickaxes. And then here's Ojil, here's for the luck charms. Kind of a aerial view just to indicate where everything is. That might help a bit. So to get our luck, we go into the vault, we get near this dude, and he's going to show us the luck we have. We have 0 luck. So to get our first luck, we're gonna go here to these giants. I got 5 luck from the master tribes, and I'm gonna get 5 luck here from the diamond pickaxe. Since this is the game account, it has a diamond pickaxe. I can take advantage of that, and usually it's just to help out these dudes. Cool down. It's getting a little familiar. Okay, available luck. Yeah, multiplayer in the sandbox, it's still. It needs to get improved. But what I'm seeing is that this thing might be exactly near or the same spot as this. So this, when I get here, I get the ultimate payout. Interesting. So when I come to available luck, okay, maybe we need to spread them apart a little bit so they don't conflict. Cool. Already did that, so I'm ready to go. In case you're wondering how to navigate and how to do stuff, so literally when you get near any NPC and you press E and it goes like, hey, teleport failed or sail failed or anything failed, you just gotta press one, which is literally, okay, let me do that again so I can have the mouse selected. You can see my mouse, and here it says teleport to, so this is something and usually appears on this area. And if you see that has a 1 around here, it means that you need to press 1, like it says in here, to actually select. And I'm gonna do, I can get to the village, I can get to the gallery, I can get to the Templar rune, I can get to the hand rune. So pretty much you can go anywhere. But right now we're gonna go to the gallery. My strategy today will be mining all these blocks. I'm gonna go for the rules as usual. I think it's a great bonus to have. Usually works out well for me. Then when I'm able to get the copper roll, which usually it's my 2K, my first 2K spending of masters, instead of selling those, I'm gonna craft some coins, and with the coins I am gonna go over the hand rune, because the hand rune, while I'm playing, it also gives me a huge amount of experience boost. And usually when I get to gravel, which I do reach very easily, I tend to be a little bit stuck there until I can actually move on. But with the minigame, I can advance a bit faster. So that's what we're gonna do. Also, I'm gonna save my master tickets. I'll not be participating in the ultimate room. So as you can see, it's already starting to build up. Literally starting from the scratch, it still has 50, so it has a lot of room for growth. Hey Wicked, how you doing? And thank you for the warning regarding the ad. Funny thing, I had so many essences back then when we were just testing. Now that's the real deal. I never got another essence. And I believe no one else got an essence. I don't recall anyone saying like, hey, I got an essence, I found it. Probably we need an animation for that, just to trigger. I'll put an animation here whenever we got the essence message, which is quite rare. It would trigger. So everyone in the map, or at least if they are in the main gallery, they would be able to see like, whoa, someone just scooped one of those baddies, an essence. And I got to level 3. So far, this is very easy to reach. So nothing to see here. My goal around the iron is to be able to get 20 iron before going below 1k. Got 1,300 as you can see right now. Getting more copper, almost an iron. And at these rates, I don't think it will be possible, but we might recover on the clay. I saw Fred getting like 20 copper without having to buy any more resource, more pickaxe health. So I have never gotten that lucky though. Yeah, you see, this actually might be one of my worst runs ever. 15, and I'm already below. So Bees has to pick it up the rate really fast. Oh wow. And I have 10 bonus luck. This is insane. Yeah, the copper keeps growing, so it's like getting those resources at cheap. I just spent over 400 on what I was expecting. Either I get super lucky on the copper, or yeah, this is gonna be not as good as I would expect. Kind of evens out at the end. There's still a chance. Yeah, 2 copper left. I guess it's on average. So it's pretty cool. The start was really rough, but then eventually picked it up. Got another silver, but I was looking for copper, and I'm 1 away as usual. Like literally as usual. So yeah, it was not a bad start at all. Let's go back to the village. So I've gotten my 20 coal and 20 iron. What I'm gonna do is get here near the geologist, which is Nasoli, and I'm gonna press E. I'm gonna do the inspection, which I did pass. So you can see I have 80 masters now. That is just a free bonus you can get in the game. Now for 20 iron, which is the next row, I'm gonna press E again. Now I got the freshman. I have 240. That's all bonus. It's gonna do wonders in the, if I wanted to do the next one. I need 20 copper, which I currently don't have. So I'm gonna trade everything for Pickaxe Elf. I'm gonna go back to the gallery. I just select it, then I press E, and I'm down here again. So I only need 1 more copper. I should be able to get it. There we go. And I've gotten my master ticket. Back again to the village. It was literally just to do this. So now, yes, I can pass on my inspection, which I did get apprentice, and voila, 320 masters. Just out of that. Super, super good. Perfect. Now, gonna do that strategy. I can sell the coal, actually. I don't need the coal. I got in the roll. Sell amount. Here, it's one of those menus that you can press 2 to change, to rotate. So we've got multiplied by 1, multiplied by 5, or sell all. So this is the amount of resources, and I've got coal selected. I'm gonna make the sell, and as you can see in the bottom HUD, it just vanished. Got 0 coal, and my masters went for 520. Nappy, welcome in. How you doing today? We've got 1 master ticket, 0 essence so far. Since I know going for the next roll, I'm still level 3. I would need to be level 4 to mine gravel. What I'm gonna do is to craft some coins. So I'm gonna craft iron coin, and I cannot craft 5, so I'm gonna craft all of them 1 by 1. Each coin costs 5 resources each. I'm doing good. Thank you so much for asking. It's almost the weekend. Super excited about today because it's non-related to the Sandbox. Hey Fred, how you doing? Welcome in. It's definitely not related to the Sandbox, but today it's the release of OP07, which is a one-piece trading card game expansion, and I am a huge One Piece fan. And I played Magic the Gathering back then when I was like, actually I started to play Magic the Gathering when I was about 9 or 10. That's what made me learn English. While I was still trying to learn how to read in Portuguese, I was already also learning English just because I really wanted to play Magic. And it was my father that taught me. And we've been raided. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in, raiders. How you all doing? Tempest, thank you so much for the raid. How are you doing today? How was your stream? And again, Cody, I hope that you're feeling better. And of course, Lozan, keep that support going up for Cody. And I hope that you both are doing well. So welcome in, Raiders. Welcome in, everyone. Huddle, Walk the Grid, Yoke. How are you all doing today? Hope you're feeling fantastic. If not, we will try to make it better. OG Aggro Elves in Magic the Gathering. Oh, yeah. That was the good days. That was like the 4th edition, I believe. Elven Raiders, I believe. That was their name, right? Sad. Internet guy fixing my dad's internet, stole all my Magic Gathering cards, 1,000 editions, and a few better. Go West. Are you for real? That is insane. Like 5 years ago, before the COVID lockdown. So this was 2019. Me and my dad, we had a bunch of cards we collected because we played. We went to some tournaments back then. While I was like 11 years old when I went to my first tournament. People was like, hey, you brought your kid. No, he's actually participating. And I actually won some games, and I got to face my father during the competition on that same tournament, and he got to beat me. I was like, Bruno, we're in the tournament. I'm not gonna slack on you. And he actually won during the tournament. So I got 2 wins, he got 3. That was funny. But 2019, we just had a lot of cards, like from alpha, from beta as well, revised. We even had the dual lands and all that stuff because we would pick it up. If you guys remember, this was even pre ADSL. I'm not sure how you call it, like the first fast internet, which was like 250 kilobytes per second, which compared to the modem, it was like, whoa, this is mind-blowing, super fast, 250. Wow. I'd give an arm for Alpha Mox Emerald. Yeah, they're quite expensive now. They were already super expensive, but now they're even more. I won a few tourneys when I was 12 years old. Go West. You're in the same boat as me. You learned really when you were small as a kid to play Magic, and those were great times. Magic was super fun. Then we kind of stopped playing back when we went to, what was the name? It was when they had the Oath of Druids, you had Survival of the Fittest. What was that expansion called? I bet also Tempest Studios played Magic the Gathering. There was an expansion, a really good one called Tempest as well. Urza Saga? I think that was it. Urza Saga? It was around that time that we stopped playing. I sold one in 98 for what I thought was whooping 120 time. Wow. Yeah, so we kept ours, and on 2019 we're like, we have a bunch, we have thousands of cards, just literally. By the way, if anyone want to join in, get here. I'll be playing the Misty Mountain, trying to beat my own ice court, testing out new strategies, and while I do so, I will not be claiming the ultimate rune here. The ultimate payout, it's still very cheap, but I'll keep growing it as I'm playing. So if you want to scoop up the bonus I'm building here for you, that will be helpful if you're going for the leaderboard, which I'll give another feedback in a bit. We started the stream by giving a feedback on the leaderboard, but we'll just play a little bit and I'll continue it after. So we have literally thousands of cards. They were sleeved, they were in binders, they were well preserved. And we thought that, hey, you know what? I think these cards are worth kind of a lot now because it's past 20 years since we last touched them. So we thought, yeah, why not we don't sell a bunch of cards, like the most expensive ones, and we go on vacation. So we total up selling about 100 cards. It was not many cards, and we scooped up like about $2,500, something like that. So we were able to pay a family vacation to an island here, which is called Açores. If you don't know, Google it. It's a really cool island. It's an archipelago, actually. So it's composed of 7 islands, I believe. And it's in the middle of the Mediterranean. And literally, it's really cool for scuba diving. It has a lot of underground activity, life. It's super cool to be bathing in one of those waters. You're literally in the middle of the ocean and you get to see the surrounding islands just as a landscape. One of them has like it has a volcano island with the mountain of about 2 kilometers high, So you're literally bathing in the ocean and you're watching this giant mountain rising from the ocean, just from nowhere. It's really, really cool sight. And it's all made of with magma tunnels. It has a lot of geological, not I will not say knowledge, but history. So what we're doing? Oh yeah, we just got ourselves some coins. So we're gonna teleport again. If you're struggling to work around with this, you see that on the left side. If you have nothing selected, I'm gonna press E. It's gonna say teleport failed. If you don't have a location selected, press 1. So yeah, I'm gonna press 1 and teleport to village. That's where I am. I don't want. I'm gonna press 1 again to the gallery. Nope. Temple room, not there. To the end room, that's where I wanna go. I'm gonna press E, zoop, and in a second, I am right there. I've been practicing my breath work for the past 4 years. I want to experience thrill of free diving. So my brother-in-law, I'm terrible with parental degrees. So the person that is the husband of my sister, it's my brother-in-law, right? So correct me if I'm wrong because I'm terrible at this. It's not even a language barrier. This is just me. I don't get along with with these parentesque things. Either way, so he's been a diver, submarine hunter for about 35 years, something like that. So he has tons of experience, and of course he got us all the family into it. So everyone got their own gear. We don't do with the how do you call it, the oxygen mask. It's all breath work. He does dive like super deep. Brother, if the law. LOL, play game for fun. Welcome in. So yeah, of course he got us all into that stuff. I have a thing, so as a musician, I use a lot of my ears, and getting into diving, you get the pressure on your ears, and usually I start to sense it once I'm like about 2 meters underground, and that is like super shallow waters. It's like, man, you're barely underwater. What are you talking about? So I'm not sure if it's because of the pressure that my ears have suffered through all these musician years, but I don't feel comfortable going further than that. So it's like, oh, you have to blow your nose and release the pressure, all of that underwater. I was like, yeah, no, not gonna do that. Feels like I'm gonna pop, my brain is gonna leave from my ear or something like that. I'm good as well. So what the reason why I got to talk about Magic the Gathering is that I was saying I'm super excited for today because today it's the release of the new One Piece expansion, which I'm gonna grab 2 boxes. One just to keep it and one to open to see what I can get. So I am super excited to get my hands on that. Today it's the global release date, so definitely looking to visit my local game shop to grab one of those. And it's kind of funny because so the reason I do it, it's because it reminds me of the old school times of Magic the Gathering when going to tournaments and all of that. So when I got there, I was like, wow, this gives me some really old school vibes, and I love it. Then the IP, I really love the One Piece IP, the story, all about it. So yeah, I got into it. It just drawn my attention. And when I got to visit a few local game stores, I actually got to talk like a little bit like, hey, what are you doing? Who are you? And all that stuff. And I was like, hey, I'm a game dev. I develop games. And usually those places, funny thing, when I was explaining in one of those local game shops and I was giving the board game for them to test out, I was saying that we have also a metaverse edition in the Sandbox, and one of the dudes was like, oh, on the Sandbox, really cool. You got lands and you've got sand and all of that. I was like, yeah, we've got land, we've got sand, we've got all that stuff. We've actually a trusted partner in the Sandbox, and we've been building there for quite some time. I was like, oh, cool. I've also played in the alpha season. I was like, wow, world is small. Who knew? So that's just it's even more interesting because kind of ties up all together. So as I was speaking also with the the store owner, and he was super into it because like, hey, we don't get game devs in the shop every day, and they are very, very supportive in what it comes to sort of local talent. So Portugal is a very tiny country compared to a lot of countries out there, and usually there was this sort of feeling, or this sort of I'll call it even culture. I think it's beyond. It's that everything that comes from the outside, it's better than everything else that is done in the house, so within the country. That has been a big cultural aspect. So, and you can see in terms of the artistic side, that really, it was like a penalty you were getting. You, as a musician, I did more success on the outside than actually in Portugal. So it was very a penalty to try to promote art, culture, because people generally just believe that everything comes from the outside is better than whatever you do. And then only after like Portugal had a really big boom in terms of tourism. And these started back in 2014, then it grew on 15, and then 2016, it's when it actually boomed. And from there, it's just still crazy. Portugal has never been so busy when it comes to a lot of tourists, a lot of people just visiting here, which is very good for the economy. We were needing that. That is called something as an external investment, because you have now a lot of visitors from other countries that are coming to Portugal. They are visiting local shops, they're spending locally, so there's more money that is being brought to the country. And the country, as a result from the 2009 crisis that happened worldwide, Portugal was severely debilitated from it, like severely debilitated. The house crash here was reckless. It was very, very bad. We had a lot of unemployment. We're going Portuguese. Even our prime minister would tell to my range of age, which is so back then this was already 10 years ago. So people between their 25s, 35s, which is like, yeah, you just come out of the university, you're getting into the labor market force, you're getting your first job and all of that. People just studied all of these years. Now they want to be rewarded and they want to enter the workforce. And even our prime minister, this is how bad the crisis was. It just goes like, hey, you want a decent living? Get out of Portugal. Go live somewhere else. I was like blown away. Like, wow, I cannot believe that our own prime minister is telling the Portuguese youth to go away from Portugal because you will not be able to make a dignified living in Portugal. And it was not that far from reality. It was super harsh to hear, to understand that, wow, this is how they run the country, living it this poor. And they're suggesting, and that led to a whole lot of problems, which I'm not going to discuss now, because you can imagine, like, from the age of 25 to 35, 30% left the country. So it even, we were an old country, now we're even an older country. So I think there's like Japan, and Portugal is like the second or third oldest country, something like that. So yeah. And that brings like social security, because they have, I don't know, how do you call that in English? It's the, you say your savings when you retire and get you to use your savings. So that's something, for me, it's like a pyramid scheme. Either way, I've got 15 silver. I gotta sell some gold. So at least they give you straight in Portugal. In America, it's just shut up and accept the minimum, and we can legally give you slave. Well, I don't know. I've made the calculations myself when it comes to savings. So it's something that is given by the state. You discount 11% of what you win, that is personally, and then the company has to pay up 23.75% of what you earn. So total, every month, you're contributing, you, yourself, and the company you work for, about 38.75 of your wage to Social Security, because they're locking up your money for, let's say you start to work at 25, you retire at 67. That's the retirement age in Portugal. So after 42 years, hey, you get your savings, and they pay you like it was a wage. And it's sort of an average of the last 15 years of what you earned. So I was thinking, okay, so 38.75% of your earnings per month, and you only are able to get that 42 years after. And I was just making some math, like if I was putting that on a what do you call that, to put it on a bank, and you're getting the interest rates, or you're putting on SP 500, or you're putting in debt notes, or whatever that has, like, let's call it between somewhere 2 or 4% annual return. I was just trying to make the math, like how much would it compound? And it was like, yeah. And also with inflation, because SP 500, you can see it rising as inflation also rise. Or even just putting that in gold, which is a sort of historically one of the things that has been the safest towards inflation. And I've run a couple of scenarios like, yeah, we're screwing, like instead of us doing that, the government is doing that for us. They're earning their interest rates, not us. And then when it comes back, when you're 67, like, hey, here's your cut of the deal. And I saw that happen with my grandparents. They got deducted because of the crisis, of the bad management of the country, because politicians, they're just temporary people for the job, so they don't care of what they leave after. I saw my grandparents getting their pensions cut at least twice. And that made me very angry, because they were working all their life to get their pension, and then because it was a bad management, they've gotten their savings cut twice, at least. And I don't think that is a fair deal, because you're trusting them that you're gonna get what you're supposed to get. But then that didn't happen. Oh, I got an emerald. That's a lifesaver. Anyway, I don't want to rant about it, because I get super mad and angry when thinking and talking about government and all of that. So definitely don't want to go through that route. This is to be a cool place and to talk about the metaverse and about happy things. So my goal right now is to get 20 silver so I can unlock the new role. And if the game doesn't screw me, I should be able to get it. There we go. Perfect. I'm gonna teleport myself back to the village. That's where I want to go. And that's where I can find Nasoli, which is the geologist here. Gonna do the inspection. Voila, I got Taruki. 640 masters. That is a big bonus. Out of sight, out of mind. I tried the same. Yeah, it's like I'm just living my own life. I know a lot of things are just fucked up. It's not gonna get me anywhere thinking a lot on those. Either I go fully politician mode, trying to change everything, and I just dedicate all my life to it, and who knows, maybe I can do something, maybe I don't. Or I just can live my life with my loved ones and try to spread some love, some peace, some change in what I can do. So I kind of decided to go through that route, and the Pickaxe Master is literally the reflection of that. The fact that we are going to run soon the pre-sale token, which is tokenizing the company, the IP, and decentralizing all of that. So leaving a better future for tomorrow, where companies become easily accessible and you can actually be part of a structure. I think that's the type of change I want to leave for my children or my grandchildren. So working towards that way, it's not that I'm actively doing anything in terms for the government to change, in terms of a social change in that aspect, but as I'm having fun because I love building, and if I'm building also a company and putting these all out, at least it would be in a way that's one, it's on a future that I would love to see, where access to monetization, to companies, to investment that usually it's quite hard to reach, or usually it's only for individuals with a large sum of capital, it would be more democratized, and it would be much easily accessible for any common people to join in. You don't have to spend $5,000 just to get this one thing or to be able to invest in this thing, but as low as $50, you could own a small piece of the cake. So I truly believe that in getting the opportunities for the people and getting it in a way that it is decentralized, so everyone actually has a saying on it. This is the way to accomplish. I don't need to get into politics. I don't need to live that stressful life, which just only gets me mad and angry. And I can do something I love while having a purpose and a mission in life that I believe it will be good for the future. It will be a good inspiration for the youth that might come. So that's my take on it. Thank you so much, Nappy, for sharing the link. And we just got ourselves 4 silver coins, which I'm gonna gamble all the way in the hand. And there's 2 reasons I'm gonna do. There could potentially be a good payout. Yes, that is one. The second is that I have 65% XP, and I do need to advance. And the only way I could advance, man, this menu is so broken here. I wish they would actually get this interface a little bit better. So silver coins, and I'm gonna go for rock. One of the reasons is, okay, I can get more. Yes, I do. And the second one is I get much more XP. Did you saw that? 71. I'm gonna do it again. 77. So I'm just advancing super fast on the experience. Instead of just being grinding all of the gravel blocks until I actually get to level 5 so I can mine the stone blocks, I'm just gonna grind here. Even, who knows, I might be getting more, which is not the case. I'm just losing and I don't have more silver coins anymore. All good, we'll take it. Hey Nappy, welcome in. Woohoo. Hey Cookie Viking, how you doing today? Welcome in. Trading all my masters, and I have not that many. How did I get to unlock this stuff? Okay, I'm gonna try to go... Oh, I cannot. I'm still 90%. So mining 10 of these, I should be able to level up. Fortunately, I'll be able to mine another coin. Yeah, we got 5 coins. And we got to level 5. But since we're on it, I'm gonna get 10 silver. So we can mine 2 coins. Another master ticket, that makes it 3. I've been thinking a little bit on the lazy minting. And actually, I think it's gonna be able to unlock really cool things here in the Misty Mountain. Like, for example, you would be crafting here. Like, you want to get a diamond pickaxe, that's 167 white diamonds. How crazy is that? But if you do reach, I was thinking, you not only have to reach, but then you have to pay for the cost, because lazy minting, it's not offering, it's just giving the opportunity to mint the asset in the game. And I think that's a genius idea. And it will unlock a lot of stuff. So potentially you'll be able to, like, oh, I just got these iron and I got, yeah, I can mint. Of course, there's still some to sell, but In the future, there might not be that to sell. It's already gone by. Daddy joined server cookie. Oh, by the way, have you updated to 0.10? This is the current version I have. Welcome in, Cookie Boy King. How you doing? These are literally like brothers. They have the same. Although I think his one is a little bit darker. It is. So yours should be dirt. Mine should be stone, I believe. But they have the same mineral type. These dudes, they are rock solid. So I need gold now. Gold. I have 2 silver coins. Okay, let's go to the silver coins. As you can see already, you can mine stone blocks without too much effort. So let's go silver. My choice is going to be rock, as usual. Let's play. Got nothing. And I tied up. So I lost 400 masters. No bueno, but we'll deal with it. Always press 1 and 2 to navigate through the windows, through the menus. That's how the Misty Mountain work now. Hopefully, and what's the cost with lazy minting? Play game for fun. That is a great question that I do not know the answer, because that's a feature currently not live. Neither we have early access to it. So definitely do not know. But I would believe the cost is going to be set up by the creator. The creator is going to decide what is the cost. Now, it could be something you just go there and be like, yeah, you can lazy mint this. You have to do nothing. Just do it. Or it could be something like, yeah, you have to get at least 7 gold, like it's what I have right now, and you have to spend 88 sand to mint a gold pickaxe, for example. So you would have to get 7 gold, and then, of course, it's not going to be 7 gold. It's going to be quite a lot. I think I can try to make that for what it is right now. Oh, shoot. Just skipped it. Okay, I'm going to sell all my gold. No, I should have done a gold coin. Nah. I'll mine it again. I want to make a test. Let's teleport to the village. Then from the village, we've got here, since I have all the pickaxe, this is the game account. I'm gonna try to change for silver. So I should be at 7, perfect. The game knows now that I have a silver pickaxe. So when I go to these dudes, the next pickaxe, active pickaxe, is silver. When I press 1, the next to build, it's going to be a gold. So I would need 44 gold. It's not that easy to get. So let's imagine you have a silver pickaxe, you manage to mine 44 gold. So when you come here, it says like, hey, do you want to mint this pickaxe? It's going to cost you 44 gold, and it's also going to cost you 88 sand, for example. You'd be like, yeah, I want to mint that. I'm not saying that we're going to do it. I'm just saying that allows the opportunity to do it, to have those different type of mechanics. And I think they could be used creatively in so many different ways. How big is this right now? 960. Okay, it's getting better and better. Let's go back, not to the village, but to the gallery. Here we go. See Cookie barking. By the way, if you manage to be the top 3 miner with most masters, you got to share a screenshot. You will be earning yourself a sand prize that will be distributed today. So all week's prizes will be sent out today. All you got to do is just mine, get yourself, oh, not like this, not like this. Okay, I cannot get the mouse button. It's all good. But on top, there is the masters. That is the screenshot you need to get, showing how many you got. And the payout will be at a ratio of 2,000 masters per 1 cent. That's it. Easy peasy. That's all you gotta do. The more people that are playing here, the faster the ultimate rune will get filled up. So that's why I said when if clans organize to play together, to have some playing sessions, and let's say, all right, ladies and gentlemen, let's gather at this specific hour, at this specific day, and let's all play together so we can get the ultimate rune has filled up as much as possible. So I got 0 gold, no 2 gold. I got a lot of emeralds and sapphires. Together, you could potentially be feeling that bonus, the ultimate rune, much faster and much higher as well. Since you've organized to be all together there, eventually one of you will be the ones to claim. And since you all have been contributing to get the ultimate rune filled it up, one of you will get a really, really nice payout, which will eventually turn into getting a good place in the leaderboard. So you can see where everything falls into and how you can help each other. Just got to exactly, I got 1 more emerald, so not exactly the same point. But now I'm going to teleport to the village. I'm going to craft 1 more coin, and this is going to be the make it or break it. No, not this. Crafting. And again, let's say you start together 1 hour before the stream, and then the payout is huge. You could be taking advantage. Have you thought of that? You could be taking advantage of starting to play before the stream. You just get a huge score by the time that we go live. And then you also get to rank in the top 3. And you are already with like a 6k, 8k score. So you probably would be scooping 3 sand, 4 sand. I gotta be honest, you are not doing the strategy right. If you would organize, for example, 1 hour before the stream happens, we get live, there's the lucky miner, and the prizes go for the top 3, you could be building up before you even go live. Not sure if it's possible to actually to change this. I think it's related with the pivot point, so it's like it's always disappearing. Okay. Then we actually get, I cannot press E. I have to get closer. Here we go. Oh yeah, you got to bid it this time. We only had 1 coin, so it was pretty much all or nothing. We're back in the game. Good tip, before usually was starting new session. On this case, I don't think, because it's multiplayer now, the server stays alive. So even if I want it, I cannot do anything about it. I could literally starting to stream, and there was someone that was playing here for 2 hours. The ultimate rune would be super filled up. Someone just could log in, start a new session, and they scoop up that prize. What can I do about it? Nothing. It's a legitimate play. So I got 3. Oh, I got the master tickets. I should have traded this before starting to mine. So I got 5 master tickets. You can use the reset button. But if I use the reset button, Fred, it won't reset the ultimate rune. It just resets your score. So yeah, eventually you can reset to build it up. It's going to take quite some time if you're playing alone to do that. So strategy is to mine 20 coal, 20 iron, get the rolls, craft coins, and go to gamble. The Bitfox, I'm trying out different strategies every day. So the reason why I did that, it's because I can advance on the XP faster. And while advancing on the XP faster, it means that I can reach the stone blocks also faster. So today was super fast to get there. And I just traded 5 master tickets for a 4-leaf clover that gives me 1 more in the bonus roll. As you can see, now I got 11. Which means eventually I will be getting more and more prizes in the long run. Of course, I could trade my master tickets here for the ultimate payouts. Oh, Nappy got a minor one. So that was 120 probably. The last couple of days, they've been insane. Usually the master rune, the ultimate rune, has grown to 5k or something like that. So that is an insane bonus. I think I should have traded my coins, but all good. Let's do the emeralds first. But probably you want to try different strategies every time to see what works best for you. And for example, I have not tried to go mine back against sand, but maybe that's a good strategy coming to a certain threshold, especially if you're trying to build the bonus block. Building a bonus block on stone, it's super expensive. Like I will not be able to get 5. Miss the gold mining sessions. It's so complicated. Well, it's complicated as everything is new. When everything starts to feel old, you'll be like, yeah, this is the good old mining session. And again, if we have not developed and thrown new updates, the game would just grow exactly like you said, old. And people will be like, yeah, I played this game over and over. There's nothing new, no new mechanics, nothing new. So this is the route, and hear me out. Imagine mobile. Mobile comes, right? So instead of having a keyboard, you have your screen. There is no keyboard. So typically on games that are on your cell phone, you have these sort of D-pad on your left thumb. So on the bottom left side of the screen, you can move around. Usually there's like a shooting or punch or action with your right thumb on the right bottom of your screen. And there's other buttons like reload, dodge, special abilities, like depends on the type of game that it is. And then you could have additional buttons on the top of the screen. So this is pressing one button, which is literally number 1, and you get to select this stuff. When translating this into an actual button that is based on touch, so it's kind of the same. We're touching one, but we could be pressing a button on the screen. So in terms of a mobile adaptation, this game, as it is designed right now, it's going to be much more intuitive on the mobile. But the cool thing is, it's already prepared and set up whenever mobile comes, whenever mobile is released, or even if we get early access to the mobile we get to prepare. So whenever we get to be part of the testing team, I'm not sure if we're going to be on that team or not. But the way that this is done is, I am almost 100% sure that if you're pressing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it's going to be the same as you would be pressing a button on your screen. So all of this is going to be massively easier and much more intuitive to play on the mobile, which I do believe that once the Sandbox releases on mobile, we're going to have like 10%. Okay, I'm going to be generous. 25% of the players playing on their computer. I believe, honestly, it's going to be like 90%, if not 95% of all the players will be playing on mobile, which is probably much more convenient to play. And it's going to be, in terms of the UX, UI, it's going to be also probably much more easy just to interact with, just generally speaking. So that was the reason that we wanted to add new functionalities. We wanted also to bring new stuff. We want to improve the game towards what will be in the future. And this is literally the best solution we came up. It's too much at once, says the Bitfox, and there is no resource who explains all in a good way. So the Bitfox, yes, we have to put up a tutorial, and the free mining is gone. What do you mean the free mining? There was no free mining. What do you mean? But yeah, regarding the resources on how to play the game, I agree with you. We have to put up a tutorial to explain it all. I'm probably going to do something as just getting near an NPC and have like they were talking. So I have some sort of balloons like, how do I buy? And press 1 to change and something highlighting the pickaxe to buy. Free mining, I choose what to mine, not my level. Oh, okay, got it. So the Bitfox, also picture this out. We know that probably next year we're going to have something called the ability to save variables on a player account. So if we are able to save the game and continue, you're not going to be leveling up from level 1 every time you play. So the way that we're designing this, you are only level 1 once. But before we make this final, we have to test it out to see what's a good progression rate, right? So when that saving feature is allowed, what's going to happen is that you start the game, you are level 1 once. Then when you come back, you're level 15, you're level 20. Who knows what level you'll be? And all of this will just be automatically released for you to mine however you want. Now it's really annoying. I get you, the Bitfox. But hey, we as game devs, we need to test it out to see if the progression as it is right now, it's a good progression or not. And honestly, it does feel like a good progression as we get to add up more things. So when you can save variables, all of this gold, copper, silver that you can have now, you can enter a different game and you still have these resources in your account. So you would be playing a different game that we did, and you'll be able to use all of these that you just acquired to continue your gameplay. And then you also play some PvP mini games, you get to do some crafting, to do some building, then there's going to do some other stuff for clans, and you come back here. But you're already level 10. You don't have to start all over again. Not really. I know that most of the players don't like that. What do you mean with that? But bottom line is, we have to test it out just to see if the progression is done right. Ignoring the community is dangerous. I don't think we've ever ignored the community, the Bitfox. Let me know what's your particular concern right now. And I hope you understand that we have to test the level progression just for now, just to understand how it works. I miss the simpler mining. Can we have a simple/basic version as well? So one of the reasons we went to multiplayer is because on single player, the game runs locally. So it runs on your computer. It does not connect to the server. And what we have experienced in the past season is that some players were using a cheat engine. And a cheat engine, it's literally a program that modifies the memory of your computer. Knowing that all of these messages, they run throughout your memory of the computer, they were able to modify, like, they were getting insane high scores with very few time of gameplay, and just they enter, they get crazy score, new account, they enter crazy score, and I was seeing like a pattern in all of these accounts, like, oh, you guys, this is how you're running. You're not just being super lucky all the time, you're just hacking the game and forcing it to drop the prizes to you. Don't include the basic version for any leaderboard stuff is just for fun. Okay. Because they want casual gaming. I do understand the Bitfox, and it's supposed to go towards the casual gaming. So short-term, long-term plans, it's kind of hard to get them mashed together. Not all players want to have an RPG. Yep, I agree with you. And definitely we want to be in the casual gaming offside. We want to be in a... So, okay, probably let's try to put this in points. Just to finish the reason for the MP, it was regarding the cheat engine. While on MP, the game cannot be hacked locally because it does not run on your computer. It runs on the Sandbox server. So in order to hack this game, you would have to go hack the Sandbox server, find where this particular game is stored, and then have to change the variables. You have to know your way through there. MP is not the problem. So this was kind of related to the way you would mind of attacking. Now, being locked, that is a new feature, yes. All of these new content, they're new features, yes. The long-term goal we had is to have, one, a progression. We want to have the Misty Mountain as like a sort of level 1, then Temple of the Four Winds as a level 2, then Aether Forge as a level 3 into the Lucky Miners, Mineral Monarchs, and these other as part of the same lore and story. All of them would be very simple. They will all be super casual mining games. And then, if you just want to participate in that, it would be just that. You would go, you would level just once, you get through the hassle of being level 1 just once, and then you're level 2 or 3, at least until we cannot save the progress. I know. The struggle here is, the Bitfox is having to redo all of this stuff over and over. And I can tell you it's exhausting to... This game has been around for, it's going to make 3 years. And we've been updating the Misty Mountain since 0.6. And coming every time back and forth, we try to see, okay, how do we want the game to look in the future? Okay, that's how we want to look. We can either just keep implementing stuff bit by bit, but we have to be always constantly adapting, changing, and be on the map. That kind of takes away working on different maps like Temple of the Four Winds, going for Aether Forge, or when we touch on it, we go like, okay, that's what we want to do on the long run. We try to go like, okay, let's try to put as much of that is possible right now, so we don't have to work on it on a near future, and we can live on this version for quite some time as we develop other things. It's not like we have a huge team to keep back and forth doing all of this at the same time. But I hear you out, the Bitfox. What we have to do right now is continue testing. I think for the level progression, it feels cool. I think it feels fitting, especially when you can save variables. I know that is not the case right now. I'm surprised that the level up is something that bothers everyone. I actually think it would be something cool to have a progression system because it kind of levels out everyone, at least to a certain point. But I'll take that in consideration. So at least we will have to go for two rounds with this current version. Just because it's literally hard to change from round 1, round 2, especially when we want to add up some more stuff in here. But again, for the long run, as I was explaining, how about your Pickaxe NFT levels you up as well as luck? So the Pickaxe NFT levels you up as well as luck. So if I have a diamond pickaxe, so for example, I have a lucky miner or a mineral monarch and I get myself 5 luck. While getting 5 luck, I get to level 5 immediately. And if I have, for example, a gold pickaxe, I get another 3 luck. So I would go immediately to level 8. That could work, at least for now, as we don't have saving variables. That is not a bad idea. that is definitely not a bad idea, because this game is sort of capped at level 6, so it should be very easy. If you own an avatar or a pickaxe, use the levels for other benefits or multipliers or something like that. Okay. So Fred and Ferd's suggestion is actually not hard to implement. It kind of gives a harder time for someone that is free to play, that does not have a pickaxe or an avatar. They have to go through the progression, and it does bring some utility to the avatar and pickaxe owners, which is skipping levels just right off the bat. Although that is something that will not be possible when we are able to save variables, but when we get there, you just have to go level one time. Then you're level 2 forever. When you get to level 3, you're level 3 forever, so on. So I think we can work on that, because clearly seems to be one of the features you're all not enjoying. In terms for the long term, what we want to do is to have these 3 games, which is we're going to have more, but we want to have at least 5 games that are super casual just for mining, being Misty Mountain, sort of the level 1 where everyone starts. Then everyone can go, once they reach level 2 or level 3, they're able to go to the Temple of the Four Winds, which is going to unlock new resources as well, and you will be able to keep the super casual type of game of mining. Then you go to Aether Forge, which it will require level 5 minimum to enter, for example, because we can also save the level. So when you're entering it tells you, hey, you're not high enough to go there. Did someone say 4 wins? Invader Crew, welcome in. How you doing? And that will be the progression. And it's supposed to go around a very simple mechanic, which is just mining. Super casual. Then on top of that, all of these stuff that you see, for example, crafting, pickaxes, crafting coins, we want to leave that for another map that is just solidly for crafting stuff that you can use in the Misty Mountain, that you can use on Temple of the Four Winds, that you can do on all the other games. So we have one map that is just dedicated for crafting. All the logic can be put there, because you can come from either one of the games and bring your resources, the variables, everything that is saved on your account to craft in this map. And it's just that. So for someone that does not want to do anything with the RPG type of things, or just evolving to another thing, they can just be on the Misty Mountain playing. Super simple, super casual, as you all enjoy the Misty Mountain. For those that want something a little bit extra, what we want to have is these resources to be turned into something else, and then these something else can also be used on top of it in a lot of mini games, and going for PvP, PvE games. So Miner's Rush, you guys remember we were developing a racing game, but unfortunately mounts and driving mechanics, they are not good in the sandbox. The game was fun, looked cool, but it was janky as hell. But we have the mining carts. How cool would it be? You're playing the Misty Mountain, you can save those resources, then you get to craft your own mining cart, you get to mint it with lazy minting, you own it, and then you get to participate on another mini game, which would be a racing game, and then would have its own competition, its own leaderboard. So literally, it's casual, a lot of casual games, but they are all interconnected with each other. Without proper physics, racing is forked in the sandbox, says Nappy Place. Yes, and there's still tons of development that still has to go with this. So 0.9 to 0.10, there was a huge improvement in terms of synchronization. There was an improvement on loading time. So I would believe that that's going to be a priority until it gets a public release for version 1. So we're out of the beta, out of the alpha. Good idea, or the avatar. At that day, saving is possible. I totally agree with levels and mining restrictions, but now is too early for that. The Bitfox, I agree with you. And bottom line, what we wanted to test it out is to see if the progression system would work. First of all, if it was balanced. And I guess we're getting some conclusions, and those conclusions are very important. And it's better to have these conclusions right now, rather when you're able to save variables. Imagine you'll be playing, get to level 10, 20, whatever, and we'll be like, hey, guys, girls, we screwed. This is not balanced. Everyone's going back to level 0. You got to start over again. People will be like, oh, why? I hate this. I'm quitting. You guys just rigging all this stuff. All these hours I spent getting to level 20. I'm the highest level in the game. Like, that would be that would be a lot of frustration, right? So imagine that these frustration you're having right now, it's going to save a lot of frustration in the future. So when we get to do this, it's also a bear with us as we're, one, trying new things, putting them for experiment, collect your feedback, which is literally what we're doing right now and what we've been doing since the beginning. And I believe we're doing a pretty good job in hearing everyone out and implementing as best as we can everything that that we're trying to do. It's not a bunny. This is a dwarf. It's a lucky miner. Look at him. And he's near the essence rune. So yeah, he's super happy. The bunny. So I believe that we're doing an actual good job in terms of collecting feedback and implementing what everyone requests, removing what everyone says it's not fun or not good. So yeah, this is parts with so many new mechanics. I was very confident we would be receiving a lot of feedback on the game, and I'm happy that you're being vocal about it, because now we know what you like and what you dislike, and we can change it. Of course, we cannot make these changes in the middle of a round, so we have to wait until round 1 closes, and then eventually we can change some of the rules. Otherwise, it would be unfair for all the participants, because some of them, they might like it, some might dislike it, but at least we keep the same rules from day 1 to the last day of the round. And then we can change some stuff around. For example, round 2, maybe we can implement already that part of unlocking everything, and we go there like, oh, the game is much better now. I like it so much. I'm not restricted. Now my new feedback is I don't like this part so much. Now that I can kind of skip all through this, I can go this. Yeah, the round has to be closed like it started the Bitfox, just for the integrity of the competition and for the respect of all the players that are participating, which is also very important. But nonetheless, do not ever not give us feedback. And I'm going to phrase this other way because it was super confusing. Always give us feedback, please. It's super important so that we can have these constructive conversations and we can improve the game to a state that is just better and better and better. And we want to have that. We want to have casual gaming all the way in separate, simple pieces. But for players that like continuation, all the casual gaming might feel something like as an RPG, for example. So it's not one size that fits all, but it's delegated through small pieces, and everyone can get involved as much as they want, wish, or like. I always feedback sometimes too much. No, there's not too much on feedback. I appreciate you, the Bitfox. And I love the fact that you're very vocal about it. You just say out from your heart what do you like, what you don't like, what do you think it's correct or incorrect, and I appreciate that because it helps out to understand if we're going on the right direction, if we're just doing some stuff wrong, what we need to rectify. So also Nazman has given clear feedback. Also Breezius gave some feedback as well. So I appreciate all the feedback that has been given. It really helps out. And for now, round 1 has to continue as it is, and I hope you understand, and I think you all understand that. But for round 2, we'll try to make it better. And if there's a reason we cannot change it right away on round 2, we'll make sure that we get it implemented sooner rather than later. And if it's a later, we will come here publicly and explain why. Like, for example, I remember you were asking regarding the bug with the ledger connecting on the website, and that has been addressed, but we only have one programmer, which is Boss Killer. Boss Killer, goes there, works every day, sometimes more time than other. He has 3 kids. He just spent like 2 days in the hospital. He's the head of security at a huge company. He sometimes got urgency calls, and it is what it is. He does this because he loves the project, he loves the team, he loves working on all of this stuff, and he tries to develop as fast as possible. But it's only one person with the skills to actually fix that. And since he's wrapping up all the functionalities regarding the leaderboards, it's kind of like we stop all of that we need to put it out as soon as possible to fix the bug with the ledger, or we carry on and then we go to fix the bug with the ledger. So yeah, we have to make that call. So okay, let's finish up the leaderboards, which is important for everyone, and then we get to fix the ledger before round 1 closes. For all those players that are within that situation, they can also participate in round 1. And that's something we want to address with the pre-seed that we're going to do very, very soon. Is with the fundraise, we'll be able to grow the team in many different ways. And while growing the team, it also helps out to solve these type of problems. So Fred getting some help, so he just doesn't get burned out from building all of this stuff. Like, you guys have no idea how exhausting it was to build all of these complex stuff. Either it's appreciated or not, or it's too much or not. It was a lot of work to do it. And of course, having some help to build this, it just facilitates, fasten up, and we can just do much, much more. I know that running my companies by my own. So the BitFox, you know the struggle. So we got to go through these pains, and we got to keep pushing with the tools, with the team that we have, until we can grow and then scale to another place, and then actually go for a bigger team and be able to get this faster, better, bigger. Thank you for understanding, BitFox. And now we're going to wrap it up the stream because we are at 1 hour and 20 minutes. It's kind of, it's supposed to be a 1 hour stream, but it got a little bit over the top, but it's all fine. I was having a blast to be able to explain and explore all these feedback with you. So thank you so much for that. Let's see if we can raid someone. So coming here to Twitch in a little bit to see who's streaming. And we have Crafter. So let's raid Crafter. This is pretty cool, the fact that we have these back-to-back. I see 45 minutes. Why is my timer off on all streams in the past 24 hours? Invader Crew. That is strange. By the way, leave a follow or a subscribe to get a notification every time we go live. So we'll be streaming every day from Monday through Friday at 2 p.m. UTC. Okay, let me snooze this ad. We'll be going live. Oh, you're a 1W1s. Okay. Welcome in. That is a new nickname. Perfect. It's been a while. Welcome in. So we'll be streaming from Monday through Friday at 2 p.m. UTC, being the Wednesday stream a little bit longer, as it is our usual weekly recap that we bring the news on and updates about what's happening with the game, the developments, the state of the art. So thank you so much for being here. We're gonna go now raid Crafter, send an hello for me, and yeah, let's play some games together. Hope that you have an amazing day. It's gonna be the weekend, so I wish you all an amazing weekend as well. We'll be seeing each other back on Monday. Have fun, have good luck. Do not forget to post your screenshots in X/Twitter and then fill it up the form so you can get your scores updated into the leaderboard. That will be ready during this weekend. At least that's the deadline I've been given. That's the feedback I got. So I'm truly hoping that by Sunday it's running, it's out there. We can announce it on Monday, and you just go to the website and see what's the ranking of your clan. What did you get already? The guaranteed reward? Where's your avatar ranked on? Pickaxe, free to play, all that stuff. So fill it up, that forum. And again, can I Photoshop my screenshot? My screenshot first. You can, but probably Invader, you don't want to do that. We've had some players from the competition, and oh shit, my audio just went sucky. 1 second. Audio crashed for a bit, but we're going in 3 seconds, so see you all later.